Good morning, everybody. Hope everybody's doing well. Let's see if I can't get you some video of the calf. It's her. Butch is the big one. She's as skittish as all get out. But I guess that's understandable. I probably would be too if I couldn't see anything. Zoom in a little bit. She won't let us get too close to her, but she's eating. She seems to be doing all right. She hangs out with Butch, which is to be expected. But, wrong way. Okay, I'm gonna walk out here and look at the pigs. Wednesday, Rhonda in our mail carrier, and by the way, today's Friday, June 9th, I believe. But Wednesday, Rhonda, the mail carrier, had to come out here and get her out of the water trough tank. I'm thinking she had to work pretty hard to get in there, but she was in there and couldn't figure out how to get back out. And I guess she'd been in there for a while before it was noticed. But Rhonda came out here to get her out, and the mail lady saw Rhonda out here messing with her. Looks like we got about a quarter of an inch of rain last night. But anyway, mail lady saw her out here, Rhonda out here, trying to get her out. She stopped and said she'd seen her on her way through. But, so she went by once and seen her. Well, when she came back by, I guess she was pretty much done with her route. But anyway, she stopped. And they had to get in the tank. And then she decided she could jump out. Anyway, it's been an adventure. Animals are an adventure. I was kind of hoping I wouldn't have to water this morning, but we didn't get enough rain for that to be helpful with the animals. So I'm going to go out here and make sure everybody's got water. While I am doing that, I guess, I've been seeing where in Ireland they are culling cows, livestock, because cows are creating greenhouse gases. They're just euthanizing. I've heard anywhere between 60 and 100,000. I've heard both of those numbers thrown out there, so I don't know exactly, but folks, I'm telling you, the people that are in charge of things in this world right now have lost their damn minds. You know, they're just crazy. Because done a little bit of research, and whether the earth is warmer or cooler depends on when you start measuring. You know, and we all know that there's a cycle to this stuff. And, you know, not only do we have 4 seasons, you know, spring, summer, winter, fall, you know, all that, but it cycles in years and thousands of years. These people, I can't describe it any other way than they've lost their damn mind. And they say, just like with that thing that happened here, worldwide, and we're still dealing with, they say trust the science. Well, you should never trust the science. Science is not a done deal. It changes. Science is supposed to be questioned. I don't care what it is. But we're setting ourselves up for some major problems. And this is just, if I can figure it out, you would think some of these smart people could. But they don't look at anything but what they want to hear. I agree, we should take care of our world. We need to think things through before we do stuff. But this is just craziness. You just come out and tell farmers, well, look, we're going to show up and kill all of your livestock, and there ain't a thing you can do about it. Well, that ought to be wrong in everybody's book. But we know that there are people, you say, well, it's for the greater good of, to stop this global warming, or climate change they call it now. They don't call it global warming anymore. But there it is. That's ignorant. Just plain ignorant. And, if you don't want to eat meat, I don't have a problem with that. Don't eat meat. That's no concern of mine. But, and I know this isn't vegetarians doing this, but same type of person. They think that, they believe, don't just think, but they believe that they're the only ones that have the right answers and everybody else is wrong. So, and that's just wrong in and of itself. Every decision we make impacts other things. I mean, we've all, I guess, I don't know, I might be assuming too much, but I'm pretty sure most people have heard of the butterfly effect. Basically what that is any decision you make, like if you touch a butterfly, well, it causes it to change its course, and that causes something else, and it's all a chain reaction. Now, most of us, we don't notice, but like I said, these people are just plain ignorant about this stuff. And getting back to the cow euthanization, and what they will do is they'll just kill them and burn them or bury them or something. They won't turn it into a protein supply. You remember, I don't hear it so much anymore, but I used to hear, about the starving kids in Africa. And cows and just do away with that meat. They're not going to do anything with it, which is absurd. You know, if you want my opinion, if you don't, well, you're probably not even here anymore, so you're not hearing this. But it just boggles my mind what people are doing. And, you know, they're only looking at certain contributors to all of this. It was cars and trucks and, you know, and now it's gone to beef. Before long, it'll be these guys. Which brings up another topic. Evidently, I spoke a few videos ago about Missouri trying to create a bill that would force companies, these huge packing companies, to put on their label if that pig, when it was alive, had been vaccinated with the mRNA vaccine. And, well, evidently that failed. Can you imagine that? My state representatives up in Jefferson City, Missouri, are against being open and honest with people. And that's basically all the bill was. Well, you know, you take all this stuff, all of this stuff that's going on, and a person can't help but start to wonder, at least a thinking person, I believe, can't help but wonder what is going on. You know, actually trying to eliminate our food sources or contaminate. You know, there we got something coming up. I can't remember what it is, but and then we had something get in here and just dig that all out. You can see the dirt there. But these squash are still doing good. There's 3 types. But they keep passing these laws that, holy cow, you see all them roly-polies in there? That's crazy. Oh, we got some corn coming up in here. You can just see them just starting to peek out. And this corn's doing good. You just can't help but wonder what is going on. And folks, if we don't wake up and start getting elected officials that actually have a little common sense in place, we're in trouble. Which we're in trouble already, but it's going to get worse. This isn't getting any better. And, you know, I was watching Prepper Nation the other day. John's got a lot of good information there. Check him out. And he's not a doomsday prepper, but, you know, but it's, and he was talking that there's this, what's it called? Executive order that was signed back under Obama, and no one has thought to rescind it. Not even Trump, who, who's, you would think wouldn't like it. But anyway, this executive order says that basically, and this, I'll have to go back and watch and get the bill number, the executive order number, but says that the government can come and seize your food stockpiles, whatever they want, basically, in a time of emergency. So, they can just go door to door and say, give us all your food, all your, everything. Now, the likelihood of that happening, and he says so on his video that I watched, is slim. But there's still an executive order that says the United States government can come to your house and take your food that you bought and paid for and give it to other people that didn't bother to prepare. So think about that a little bit. And I don't think this is a Democrat-Republican thing. I think this is a government-people thing. And we need to start paying attention better. So, take this information, do with it what you will. I urge you to research everything I say. I could be wrong. I could have gotten some erroneous information. You never know. But I'm going to shut up here for now. I'll be back with some more here in a little bit. I just thought, while I was checking on everything this morning, I'd talk to y'all about some of this stuff. Okay, so I'm back. Yeah, y'all didn't even know I was gone, did you? Anyway, yeah, it's been, 20, 25 minutes. But anyway, I know y'all don't care about that. It's like, get on with it, Harry. What's on your mind? Well, getting back to this whole climate change craziness. Like I stated previously, the whole trust to science thing is crazy. Because you're not supposed to. It doesn't work that way. Science is proven wrong all the time. I mean, just, now pay attention to it and listen, and, I'm not saying that it's not a good thing. It is a good thing. It's been more good come out of science than bad. But, in the name of science, there's been some bad things done. I mean, Hitler and the Nazis did some bad things. Yeah, they were killing Jews. That was their number one goal. But, they also did experiments in the name of science. So, let's keep that in mind. And if you don't constantly question, then there are no improvements in anything. So, going on with that. Also, I don't hear anybody talking about, when they talk about climate change, about the poles shifting. Yeah, the poles are shifting. And they always have. But it's sped up. Some scientists believe, go look it up, that there could be a pole switch, that the North Pole and South Pole change places. And that sounds kind of scary. But what are we going to do about it? Probably nothing we can do about it. I don't think our science and technology is that advanced. But my point here is, I guess, I don't know. Don't trust the science. Definitely don't trust the government. People go into government for their own personal reasons, and a lot of times it's not the best. So, but anyway, there's just a lot going on that's just not right. Since I'm working again full time, I don't keep up on things like I was last year when I didn't have a real job. I was just selling pigs and doing an odd job here and there. Anyway, I don't get to look into things, but I noticed these weird pictures on Facebook of New York City. Like, what's going on there? But I finally saw why. I think it was this morning. I was mindlessly scrolling through, I believe it was YouTube, and I don't know any more than this. Apparently there's a bunch of fires up in the northern United States, southern. Okay, this is a bit odd. I've never seen this over here. There's another one. So, is that the National Guard on some kind of exercise or what? I don't know how good my video was, but I was a Humvee and a much larger truck, and all the people in them were in full camo with helmets. I don't know. I haven't heard anything. There's no natural disasters that I know of. And maybe it just may be some exercise, I don't know. But I've never seen that. I've seen them. I'm on just a 2-lane blacktop over in the edge of Kansas. It isn't a major thoroughfare going anywhere. As a matter of fact, this road just really doesn't go to any significant town even. I mean, I'm about, 2-3 miles east of Pittsburgh, Kansas. So just inside the state line, about a mile, if that. Well, I don't know. But anyway, this global warming stuff, it is just insane what these people are willing to do to other people, not to themselves. It's just mind-boggling. Just, yeah. Add all this stuff in with everything else we hear, and I don't know, it makes someone like me wonder what the hell is going on. Why would you need to just euthanize 60,000 to 100,000 cattle in Ireland? I mean, this is the government. I mean, I don't know about government in Ireland and the United Kingdom and all that, but I know that our government here our elected officials tend to be specialists. Doctors, lawyers, they specialize in those kind of things. And while some of them may have had a good connection to their communities before they got into government, they may know what it's like to live paycheck to paycheck. But once they get there and they start figuring out how to make extra money and make themselves rich, then they do, and they lose all context of what it's like to be out here living paycheck to paycheck. Now, at my house, we try hard not to live paycheck to paycheck, but we have our days, our weeks, I should say. And these people, just like I said, they have no concept of what the average person goes through. So they're making decisions based on their life, where they have plenty. They don't have to pay for their insurance. And I'm talking about federal politicians, representatives and senators. They don't have to pay for their insurance. They don't have any out-of-pocket on that. They don't have a premium to pay. And, they've got all these lobbyists coming in, taking them out to dinner all the time. And they think it's kind of a human thing, I believe, that you think everybody lives very similar to the way you live. And, and that's, there's a kernel of truth there for most of us. But these people have got up there and become multimillionaires and they don't know what it's like. But anyway, trying not to rant on the politicians too much, but the problem is they're making decisions for people that they know nothing about. And that's why, we in these big chicken farms. Not a fan of big chicken farms. I know people that are involved in that. At the farmer level, And while you make money, there's a potential for you to lose a lot of money too, but high risk, high reward. But anyway, when then these big chicken farms, they have this bird flu, and it's cyclic, just like I talked about the weather and the climate in general. But the USDA will come in and they will check your chicken flock for the bird flu, avian flu. And then they kill every chicken in there if they find one bird that has it. And the way I understand, I may be wrong, so don't take my word on this, but instead of euthanizing that one and treating the others, they don't. Which, welcome to an insight into my mind here, how it works. I also saw a video, and this is the only video I've seen of it, and it had this lady speaking, and she was a doctor or a scientist or something, and she was talking about cancer and how that in some areas they're thinking of cancer as parasites. Now think about that for a minute, would you? And to think of the ramifications. If cancer is actually a parasite or a group of parasites, microscopic parasites, then they could do, they would treat it differently, and it could possibly be eradicated. Now, think about that. Wouldn't that be great? Now, like I said, I only saw the one video, so just, but the thought of that just, I was like, wow, you know, I need to do some more research on that. And it really, you know, brings up lots of questions. And boy, I got something I want to say, but I just, you know, trying to grow this channel a little bit. Not very successfully, obviously, but anyway. I do have some loyal followers, and I appreciate them. And, you know, I get messages from them once in a while when it's been too long between videos. Makes me feel good that people that I don't really know, that I don't know at all, but they feel they know me somewhat enough to be concerned about me. But if I go too long, they're sending me a message, hey, everything going all right? I haven't seen a video in a while. So anyway, there was a livestock product that was linked to curing a certain virus that had the whole world crazy for a while. Okay, recently, you know. But anyway, but there's been some research that may be a treatment for cancer, or certain types of cancer. They didn't go into any detail on it, and I can't even remember the name of the video I watched. But it's an interesting thought. Anyway, I've put a lot of stuff out there, and I hope some of it was comprehensible. So I think I'm going to wind this video up because it looks like it's going to be about a 30-minute or plus. And we'll catch y'all later. And remember, let's look out for each other. Let's help each other when we can. And let's pray. Chickens are having baby mice for supper.